Hi, Founder fans. Jason here. Welcome to Founder of the Day. It's Trivia Night. It's a very special new edition of Trivia Night. We are going to be, we're going to play a few games, but the main game is going to be to name as many of the U.S. founders as we possibly can, essentially. Over the last few weeks, we've tried different ways to play trivia, and this week there's been some consensus that we want to kind of play as a team. So this week, we're basically just going to play as a team. Hi, Ashley. Thank you so much for coming. And everyone else, thanks for coming. Thanks for hitting like. That's great. I figure as people roll in, we'll play a little bit of a warm-up game by seeing if we can name all 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. And then, as I said, after that, we'll have a 20-minute time limit to name every American founder who participated in the legislative branch of the American founding. Hi, Matt. Thank you so much for coming. But I thought as people roll in, we'd get accustomed to it by doing a little bit of a warm-up game. Now, I'm going to pull it up right here. Where is it? Nope, wrong one, of course. Every time I hit game scene. Whoopsie daisy. So, this is the website we're using, and I want to give a big shout-out over there to our sponsor, Liberty & Co., who is awarding us the prize, and I will get to that in just a second. We'll do a little bit of a warm-up. We will have 10 minutes to name all of the signers of the Declaration of Independence by, well, colony, I suppose you'd say. And after we do that, hi, Troy, you did make it just in time. So we're going to do this. It'll take a maximum of 10 minutes. And then after that, we're going to go over to this version, which is, can you name the U.S. founding fathers who, one, were in the First Continental Congress, or signed the Declaration of Independence, or signed the Articles of Confederation, or signed the Constitution, or were members of the first U.S. Congress? I know there's a lot going on there, but there are 243 possible answers, so we should have a good time doing it. It'll take about 20 minutes, but like I said, I think we're going to do a warm-up for the Declaration of Independence. Now, we do have a prize. I'll pull myself back up as people are rolling in. We do have a prize, and what we're going to do this week is there is a founder of the day today whose name I'm not saying, but whoever it is that names the founder of the day while we're guessing, well, you'll be the lucky winner and you will be awarded the prize, which is one of a handful of sticker signatures. We still have a ton of those, so we're giving those out at this point. Last but not least, next Friday is Christmas. I don't think we will be doing this next Friday. My parents will be in town. I'm going to say no, don't expect it. If the opportunity arises, it'll be a pleasant surprise. But so that is a sad note. On a positive note, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and Happy Hanukkah and whatever you celebrate. I hope everyone is having a great holiday season after a fairly intense year. So without further ado, I see there are several people here. Why don't we get into it and we'll do the Declaration of Independence first? Does that sound good? So I'm popping up over here. And again, the advertisements slow us down a little bit. I don't think they should be making any noise. If you hear noises from advertisements, please let me know. I'll do my best to correct that. And I am hoping to. Right now, I do have 9 terrific supporters on Patreon. If I can get up to a 10th person, then that will offset the cost, and I will pay for the full subscription to this, assuming we really enjoy ourselves today. So, without further ado, I'm going to count down, and I'm going to say, why don't we start throwing out names? Who's got a name for a signer of the Declaration of Independence? I am going to be hitting this button right now. I am a few seconds ahead of you, so I am going to hit this button now. I did forget to turn down my latency. Troy, darn, I was expecting the Delaware Crossing version on Christmas. Oh, well, I do apologize. I guess I could do it. Ashley. Okay, Ashley's coming up with William Floyd. And we just need the last name, and as you can see on the top, it will disappear as soon as I type it in. So that's how we know we're correct. If I type it in, if I spell it correctly when I type it in, and it comes up, whammy, it's on there. Ashley coming out with John Hancock. Let's see. Is Hancock signing the Declaration of Independence? Probably. This is our warm-up. Oh, Matt coming in just after Ashley. That's okay. We're all on the same team this time, and that means you guys are thinking alike. And that's going to help us out very much as we, for anyone new arriving, oh, Ashley coming out with Roger Sherman, as we name as many signers of the Declaration of Independence as we can. Feel free. Matt, throwing out Adams. Adams, that's a twofer, because we got 2 last names Adams popping up there. Well played. We have 5 of 56 people right now. Ashley, Sam Adams did already pop up when I typed in John Adams, but that is absolutely a correct answer. Well played. Matt with Robert Treat Payne. Oh, that's a sneaky one, but a great one. Misfit, welcome. Hi, Misfit. Use, if I can spell it right, is a big part of this. Yes. We got Jefferson. Yes, obviously. The author signed it. We got Franklin. Franklin with an R. We got Livingston. That's a great name. Always going to get a Livingston on these things. Hayward Jr. I will say Hayward Jr. From South Carolina. Matt, Mr. Gary or Jerry. I don't know. But we got Massachusetts down. Down and out. Misfit with Ellery. That's terrific. And I hope you guys aren't looking it up. This is the first one. No big deal. As you guys pump out names, I will say, William Williams. Classic name. Hughes, Troy, I think we did just get Hughes up there, did we not? Yeah, we did. Good thinking, though. Oh, Misfit with Huntington. Yeah, and let's do our best not to look him up. I am going to put that out now. Gwinnett, Button. We've been talking about him a lot lately. Troy, Payne. Did we do Payne? Yeah, we did Payne. We're getting them out there. It's all right. We're just throwing out names. We're going to repeat them a bunch anyway. Yeah. I've been practicing all week. All right, Misfit. Hey, it's good to practice. And so that's what's fun about the one coming up. The big one that we're going to do after this practice round. Ashley, William Whipple. Yeah, for sure. There's an H is how you spell it. William Whipple is one of my favorites. One from New Hampshire. And for anyone just signing on late, we're doing a practice round right now. We're just throwing out signers of the Declaration of Independence. We got Rush and Ross. Morris. Always going to be a Morris. So please feel free to throw out a name. Because after we do this, we are going to be doing a much longer list of American founders. Right. And we've kind of stalled out. I only see one person from Virginia. If that's a hint, I don't know. We have 0 people from New Jersey. And 0 people from Maryland. Actually, is this blocking it? Okay, whoopsie doopsie. You can't win this week. Yes, you can, Misfit. If you popped in late, what we're doing this week, we're all playing on the same team. Stone, Wythe, Wilson. We're all playing on the same team, but there is a founder of the day, and I am going to save it, even if we say it here, for the main game after this, the 20-minute version. Whoever says the magic name this week is going to get the good stuff. Let's see, do we do Wilson? Man, it's harder to talk with you guys throwing out these names so fast. Madison. No, not Madison. He was still in college when this was signed, if I'm not mistaken. Or up and coming. Hopkins and Hopkins' son, 2 different people. And actually, one of my good friends, his former partner, and his son is a descendant of Stephen Hopkins. Fun fact for me and my friend, but also for you guys. All right, and we have officially hit 1 person from every colony. Let's see. Braxton. Ooh, Carter Braxton. Really wealthy dude. Not... Oh, yeah, he's definitely on there. Braxton. Penn. Not from Pennsylvania. He was a North Carolinian. But yes, absolutely correct. Thank you for coming, Zach. Thank you for playing. Rutledge. There's got to be a Rutledge. There's always a Rutledge. Clymer. George Clymer, I do declare. Yeah. Again, this is a warm-up round. Just throwing out the declaration. We're about halfway through the time limit. Well over halfway of the founders. Lee, again, a great last name to throw out there because that's a twofer right there. You got Richard Henry and Francis Lightfoot. Meanwhile, those brothers had 2 other brothers who were over in Europe starting the international diplomacy that America would later be famous for. Lynch, that's absolutely right. Thomas Lynch, who, by the way, Thomas Lynch's father was actually sent to the Second Continental Congress, but was too sick. I knew what you meant, Misfit, absolutely. Thomas Lynch's father was too sick to attend, so Lynch Jr. was sent to replace him, and they were both there, and his father was just around the corner. And if he was even well enough to make it down the street, then they would have been the only father-son team to sign the Declaration of Independence. But then that ends sad because he's bringing his father home after signing the Declaration of Independence. His father dies on the way home, and then I think we did do Wythe, and then he gets lost at sea not long after that. So really super sad. Smith, definitely a good name to go with. When in doubt, name the most common names you could think of. Hall, yes, Lyman Hall, definitely representing Georgia. Actually, went before Georgia, said it was cool. Morton, like the salt, absolutely. Well, we're doing good on Pennsylvania. Can we figure out the last name? I can give you a hint. I'll tell you what. If we get to 3 minutes and we're not there yet, I will give you a hint. Until then, come on, keep them on. We're doing really good. We only got 19 more. Oh, you're plenty of help, man. No, you threw out... Right at the beginning, you got some of the names. We all got names at the beginning. This is where it stalls out. It gets difficult after a while. I'll tell you what. I will give you one hint. Let's see. Let me come up with a good one then. Chase. Okay, like the bank, but not exactly. Well played, Zach. Excuse me. Clark. All right. I guess I'm not needing hints yet. I will say, if you have ever seen the television show on the television, Wolcott. Good guess. Got all Connecticut. The television show, Stockton. You guys are really rocking it right now. I can't even get my hint out. Stockton. Certainly Rodney. Caesar Rodney made the whole thing happen. Thornton. Great guess. I was going to say from New Hampshire. Whoa, and welcome, Tarrant. Thank you for jumping in with really good guesses. If you've ever seen the show, I want to say it's not Law & Order. Not All the President's Men. The television show with the president in it. The West Wing. If you've ever seen the show West Wing and you remember the president's name. Oh, well done. See, Troy, you're all about it. Harrison had a son and a great-grandson that would serve as president of the United States. But yeah, if you know the name of the president in the West Wing, that is a correct answer for anyone who happens to watch that particular television show. I'm going to take a quick sip of my coffee, finish it up, because it's early. Witherspoon, good one. We were just talking about him the other day, weren't we? Witherspoon's a great correct answer. It is a very correct answer. And, we got 2 minutes left and just 11 more names. There's a lot of people. That's a room full of people, isn't it? Let's see. We got one left from Virginia. We have one left from South Carolina. There is no colony that we have more than one left. Miller, great guess. Incorrect, but a very good guess. Like I said, common names are usually a pretty good guess. It's all right, Zach. We got a lot. This is good teamwork. Again, this is the warm-up round. We are, after this, going to be doing a much larger group of American founders. So get ready for that. We have 1.5 minutes. Should I give some hints? Yeah, okay. What's a good hint? Oh, I already gave you the West Wing. Oh, we got George Reed. I was going to say, what do you do with the book? Oh, there goes my hint. Oh, man. New York. We have Lewis Morris. The other person from New York is one of those names. Is that too easy? Did I give it away too much? I should have said it differently in hindsight. One of the person missing from New York shares a last name with one of these other people's first names from New York. Now, that's worded poorly. I'm thinking on my feet here with these hints. And now I'm second guessing myself if that's even a correct answer. Okay, not seeing anything come through. Its last chance is coming. Oh, Maryland. Maryland, we only have 2 of the 4. Poor Maryland. Elbridge? Nope. Oh, no, that's Jerry. Elbridge is a first name. That's right. No, I was thinking down here. Francis Lewis. Yeah, sorry, Amber. It ended on my end. And I forgot to change the latency so we were closer in time. So I apologize for being a little bit ahead of you guys. And I know it was still playing when you named it, but we didn't do it. That's okay. The hint I was giving was Josiah Bartlett is the name of the guy's character, Estevez. Emilio Estevez is his father. Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen's character in West Wing was Josiah Bartlett. It's a tribute to this particular person. Oh, we forgot Carol. Oh, I feel like we should have gotten that one. Well, keep these names in mind, because a lot of them are about to come up again when we go through our second round here if we're ready, and I think we are ready. I must be pretty far ahead of you guys. Those are still coming in, so I'm going to wait a second, let you guys catch up, and talk about this next quiz. There are 243 people on this list. I used to play it all the time. This is the game that inspired me. I know, Matt, we've been talking about Carol all the time. This is the game that inspired me to start Founder of the Day. I would play it at a job I was obviously very focused on when I had some downtime. And it is... Now, this is not every American founder. There are definitely names we're going to say that are American founders that are not on this list. Because, for example, there are many generals and military men whose names are not going to be included on this list. And there'll be members of like George Washington's administration that are not on this list. This is particularly the legislative branch of the American founding. So again, I'm going to repeat these 5 criteria. They either have to be a member of the First Continental Congress, which means they signed the Continental Association, they're a signer of the Declaration of Independence, a signer of the Articles of Confederation, a member of the Constitutional Convention, so not necessarily just a signer of the Constitution, but a member of the convention, or a member of the First Congress. This will actually leave out several people who were in the Continental Congress also. So, and now the Declaration, the Decathlon of Founder Trivia. Yeah, this is going to be a party of names. Again, one of these founders, one of the names is the lucky winner. So when I see it, we're going to take a quick pause, which I do believe I can actually pause it. Although I don't know if I will. I tried to stop all the advertisements from slowing us down. If we're ready, make sure you hit like. And we are going to go. We can scroll down also. We'll start at the top and just list them and list them and list them. But we can scroll down and it does say a little bit about different people. So if we get stalled out, we can scroll through and read through some of that. Okay, that's enough talking. That's enough talking. All right. Are your marks? Get set. Name some founders. Probably want to start with the big 6. I don't know why I'm moving around, which I like to list out. I'm a little ahead of you guys, so I'm going to take a sip of water while you start naming. Let's see. Carol skips right over the famous names and gives us Carol. Minus an R, minus an L. But it's okay, actually. I forgive you. Washington. There's a name. Adams. There we go. These are names. Franklin, we'll take it. Madison, count it. Hamilton, Thank you for Jefferson Ashley, not super pumped that he came after some of these other names. Oh, John Jay, there it is. And it's alright if you guys are coming a little out of order, if your internet's aren't all the same speed, because we're going to get to a point where there's some time between names. Morris, well played. Tarrant, well played. There's Gary, or Jerry, depends who you are. McKeon. It's, I guess, a good thing we did the practice round, the Declaration, because what do you know? Being a signer of that document puts you on this list. So, that was a kind of a giveaway warm-up. I was a little nervous about that, but I figured this week that would be a good place to start, because my thinking is there's a lot of games like this on here. So we could go with this for a while. We could do a thing where we switch between that and the card games I have here. We could do this every week and just do it once a week and see how long it takes us to get 243. Wilson, Lewis, Owen? No, good guess though. Sherman, needed to be done. Hopkins. When I see Hopkins, I always like to follow up with another name that's pretty much the same, except maybe a child of Hopkins. So if someone wants to throw that out before we forget. Livingston, Wolcott, Lee, Langdon. These are great names. Rutledge. There's always a Rutledge. Mifflin. Great, like Dunder Mifflin on The Office. Is an homage to that man. Great guess, Troy. See, you're doing good. Hey, John Adams. We are playing a game where we guess American founders, so start throwing them out. I thought you just wanted to get my attention, Troy. Elbridge. No, his name's Gary. It's Elbridge Gary. You tricked me with that one, actually. Ellery Hopkinson. Thank you for getting the hint, Misfit. Hopkinson. Ed, Matt, you both got the hint about the same time. Morris, did we do Morris yet? Adams. Did we do an Adams? We did. You copped in just a little late, John. We just started, but that's all right. And do us a favor, no one go looking this up. If you find someone you're curious about and want to learn more about through this, that's part of the fun. Is we want to learn while we do it. So if there's a name you're unfamiliar with, you want to learn a little more, go ahead, find them elsewhere. If you come upon another name while you're researching a particular person, that counts. But don't just go look up a list, because then you're spoiling it. This is for fun. Rush, for sure. I like the name Elbridge, too, actually. Ashley, I live by a town called Elbridge, named after him. Ward, good guess. Lee, did we do Lee yet? I think we already did Lee, because there's definitely Lee's. Madison, did we do that? I think so. We got the big ones out of the way pretty much right away. Harrison, Monroe. Great guess, Ashley. Rush. I think we just did Rush. I think, because, Rush signed the Declaration, so we must have done it, or else it would disappear. Morton, going back to Morton Salt. I like it. First Continental Congress and a signer of the Constitution. Washington. We had to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sorry, John Adams. You popped in just a little late after we did all the what I call the big six. Hamilton, Washington. Let me do this again. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Franklin, Hamilton. It's easier that way because you name the first four presidents and then Franklin and Hamilton. Livingston. Did we do that? I think we did Livingston already. Yeah. We did Jefferson. That's right. It took a little long. Hancock. There he is. Old Johnny. Johnny Smuggler. Floyd. There it is. Oh, you guys like Floyd now. Oh, I appreciate that. It's my dude. Fudge. I know that's not a guess, but we try it. We can try it. Gotta try it. I think we did Jerry. Like you said, guys, that's okay. We're gonna overlap names. You know, even when I play this by myself, I keep typing in the same names because it's I want it to be true. But we got 43 founders. We only have 200 left. We got it. Burt, not technically, didn't participate in the first Congress. Jay, did we do Jay? Okay, we did. Okay, good. Hayward, although, yeah. Hayward, good one. Clymer, definitely. Bartlett, bringing it back. A lot of T's. Ross. Sumner, good guess, but no. Yates, that's another good guess. That's a definite yes. Arnold, no, never served in the legislative branch. He was in the military. Like I was saying, there's going to be generals left off here, and there's going to be executives left off here. Well, members of the executive branch, like secretaries of, we're not going to see the name Henry Knox. Schuyler. Taylor, with an O, counts. I'm doing it for you, Ashley. I know what you're going for. Broom. I don't think there's Broom with an E, though. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. Gates, no, also never actually served in this capacity. Dickinson, got him. Lawrence, if I spell it right. Lawrence. Pinckney, there's got to be a Pinckney. There's always a Pinckney. Oh, Wythe. Got to be a Wythe. Well, there is a Wythe. Green, again, there is an E on Green, but I don't believe so. No, because he served in the war. He died pretty much right after the war. So even though he was super important to the American founding, not technically, and sorry I clapped. That would probably sounded terrible for you guys. Not technically in the legislative part of creating the government. Revere, nope, unfortunately not. Believe it or not, Paul Revere, for his huge station in the lore of American history, he didn't actually do a lot other than a lot of riding around. Witherspoon. He did a lot in the early days, sparking the war. Reed, got it. Okay, that last one, Misfit, is there a way you might spell that name differently? I don't want to give it away, but I mean, I essentially did. Gwinnett, definitely. No, yeah, I'll just do it. R-E-E-D is another Reed. We're never gonna think of it. So whenever you're playing these games, you type in Reed, R-E-A-D. You also want to then go Reed, R-E-E-D, in the reads. No, that's not how the saying goes. But whatever. Yeah, there it goes. You got it. Ross. Did we get Ross? Okay. Now you guys are going to town on Reed. Okay, I am a little bit ahead of you. All right. We're doing good. 62. It's a lot of names. And only a handful would have repeated themselves. Again, anyone who's coming in late, just joining, we're just naming American founders, trying to get fill up this list of legislative founders. Eager. Yeah, that was his middle name. If you're referencing the person I talked about this week, and thank you for doing so, Sherman. Did we wait this long? No, we got him. Yeah, okay. Gotta get Sherman. Good guess though. Lansing. I don't think we did that yet. Good one. Marshall. Good guess, but no. He was still a young man at this time, just coming into his own. Tarrant, really going with Lansing. I'll type it in again. It only counts once, but sure. Big shout out to Liberty & Co. sponsoring us this week. Thank you, Mr. Adams. I did just get 900 subs this week, and it is gigantic in my life. Skylar, did we do Skylar? I think we did. It's all right. Again, I want to remind you guys, like, if we repeat things, that's okay. Like, I repeat them when I'm by myself. We're going to repeat each other here. Gwinnett. I think we... if I can spell it right. Gwinnett. We already did Gwinnett, so it doesn't matter if I spell it right. It's definitely on there. Hughes, good guess again. Barron, good guess. That's a really good guess. Rutledge, do we do that yet? Let me scroll down to Georgia real quick. Hopefully this doesn't make you dizzy. Yeah, we got Gwinnett. Okay. Okay, back to the top. Sorry, I hope that didn't freak you out. Craig... I think you mean Craigie, because I did the thing on him the other day. Willoughby. Man, Mr. Adams, thank you for watching my videos. That's really nice of you. To be like naming people I've done recently. Unfortunately, a lot of the obscure founders I discuss in my videos are too obscure. Du Portal. No, he was French, so they wouldn't have let him in. But worth a shot, absolutely. Middleton. Middleton, for sure. Clark, absolutely. Well done, Mr. Adams. You're learning a lot. I like it. You're coming along here. All right, we're at 67. All right, here's our goal. So we're at 10 minutes. We are halfway through this game, and we have 67. Let's see if we can get to 100. Tara with King, great answer. See if we can get to 100. Now, I'll just throw this out there. There are a lot of names here. So when we start getting a little stuck, as I said before, going to names, common last names that you know, last names of famous athletes often show up, things like that. It's not a bad way to try and remember them. Pendleton is how you spell it, which I think you're thinking of, and it's a good thing to think, Mr. Adams, because it's certainly right. Malcolm. No, yeah, no. That's a good guess, too. Drayton. Absolutely, there's a Drayton. Morris. Did we not do Morris? Yeah, we did Morris. Okay, good. Misfit. Oh. Okay, wait. We gotta hit pause. We gotta hit pause right now. Because Misfit has officially named the name. William Cushing, founder of the day. Congratulations, Misfit. You are today's winner. You're the lucky winner. Let me know which sticker you'd like. We could do this at the end. You know what? I'm going to unpause it. We'll do it at the end. But I do want to announce that Cushing is this week's founder of the day. You may have noticed I've been dropping hints at him for a while. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. For the last few live episodes. And that's why I was trying to be sneaky about it. And let's continue. Congratulations, Amber. You are the lucky winner. We will continue. We have 72. And, of course, while I was making that announcement, let's do Cushing. All right, I already did them. We got Smith, Penn, Lee. We did Lee. Physic. Oh, good guess, but no. Alfred. Interesting. Conway. Ooh, good guess, Matt. That's a really good guess. But he was on the Board of War, I think, which was technically working for the Continental Congress. Hooper. Definitely got Hooper. And everyone loves Misfit, which is, really great. Yeah, thank you for paying attention, Misfit, because I've been really going at William Cushing hard the last week. I did it on accident last week at Trivia, and then I realized by Wednesday, I was like, oh, I was talking about him a lot. Maybe I had this idea. Maybe I should use him. Clearly, it was a good idea. I was nervous no one would say the name, and I'd feel like an idiot. Pennyworth, never heard that name, but let's see. Okay. Wilson, did we do Wilson? We must have, because he definitely signed some stuff. Gibson, that's an interesting name. Hokely do. Shepard. Okay, good guess. Stone, definitely a Stone. Absolutely. Also, inanimate objects are fun to guess, because some people have those as last names. We're at 81. Can we get just simply 19 more names in the next 7, almost 8 minutes? What do you think? I think we can do it. I believe in you. Danny. Not a name. Okay. Hosmer. Well, you know what, Troy? For someone who doesn't seem to think they know all these names, you're pulling out some winners right now, man. Titus Hosmer is an extremely obscure name. Snow, interesting. Snow's a good one. Braxton, for sure. Johnson. You get it. So you get it, Tarrant. Griffin, good guess. It's out there. Chase, I think. No, we didn't do Chase. That must have been the last one. Pro athlete name. Oh, no, okay. So, yeah, I was like, I wrote about Titus Hosmer like September, maybe? Yeah. This isn't that long ago from my perspective, but yeah, pro athlete names. I recommend the sport of football and running backs and quarterbacks are generally good. Did we do Payne yet? Yeah, I think we did Payne earlier. Good guess though, Mifflin, Misfit, but whoa, I can't get it out. Clymer, did we do Clymer yet? Yeah, we must have done him. Lynch, did we do it this time? Nope, that was last night. Eric Hosmer. No, that's not who it is. I know what you're saying. I understand. I'm being silly. Henry. Yeah. Wait. There it is. Oh, right there. He actually popped right up on the screen. Henry Garoppolo. No, Matt, do you mean Blount? Because, yes, that is the correct answer. Rogers. I don't think so. Cleveland. I don't think so. Even Cleveland. No. Oh, I meant the players' names, not the city. No, Columbus. No, there was no Columbus. Pinckney. Did we do Pinckney? Pinckney. Did I spell it right? Yeah, we did already. Wow, Dayton. That's right. Tarrant. Dayton. Which I think was a football player. Oh no, that's a town. All right, that one's a city. Mayfield. Okay, now we're just doing football player names. Hall, absolutely. Mercer. Oh, it did. Oh, well, I guess we learn something every day. I'm going to look up who that was later. Baldwin, for sure. Penn, I think we just popped in Penn. We're at 97. 3 more in 5 minutes. Rutledge, I think we did Rutledge. But it can't hurt to check. Coolidge? No, that's interesting. That's funny, I Misfit, because I always want to go to Harding, which was Coolidge's predecessor in presidential terms, and also not a correct answer. I think now that I said it, I'm not going to turn you guys off to a name if it's right yet. 3 more. 5 minutes. I know we can do this. There are names. There are, yeah, I know, right? No. McClinockin. That is a very interesting guess. It is incorrect, but that's a great one. Pack has the right answer, for sure. Misfit, you said you've been doing the declaration practicing all week? I think there's got to be... I know for a fact right here there are certain names. Here's one from... Wait. Did we do all the declaration? I see more coming in. Okay, Butler. Good one. Langworthy. Is that one? Whoa, look at you, Ashley. Killing it. Pierce. That's got to work. Clinton. No, actually, it's funny. Clintons of New York were more focused on New York than they were the rest of the country. That's why they became anti-federalist. Armistead. I think you mean Armistead. But no, that's not a lot of women or black people on this list, unfortunately. Patterson, nope. Armstrong, although actually Armistead's a good guess because who knows how wealthy James Armistead Lafayette's owner was. Probably very. But he obviously wasn't. Here, Ludwig's a good guess. Johnson, do we do Johnson? Quincy, nope. Oh, we did break 100 though. Since we broke 100, I'm going to give you a little hint. I'm going to give you one. Johnston, you always want to remember John Stun. We did Johnson before and it worked, but if you throw a T in there, that's a different person entirely. You find that kind of frequently too. Martin, good guess. Yes, well played, Tarrant. Okay, we're at 104 with 3 minutes left. Waterhouse. No, yeah, I would probably freaked out if that was right. That's a name I would remember. I feel like. Yeah, I gotta get rid of these ads. It's killing me up there. I wish I could slide down. Thornton. Do we do Thornton? Nope. Okay, that's another one. I can scroll down slowly if you want hints. I don't know how much it'll help you seeing it. But we got First Continental Congress from Virginia. Okay, from Virginia, here's one. Oh, Homer. That's right. Oh. It's not right. Oopsies. Matthews? Maybe with one T? Oh, with one T. One T. Actually, I would not have known. From Virginia, someone who was a member of the First Continental Congress and a president of both the First and Second Continental Congresses. I think that's one we're going to regret not getting if we do not get it. Oh, and here's one from Pennsylvania, Secretary of the First and Second Continental Congresses. The Secretary of all the Continental Congresses. The Secretary. Except the Constitutional Convention. That was a different person. Who also has a very common name that we're going to be unhappy if we don't get. Bart. Oh, I see what you're doing here. Lisa, I will type them in. Alright. Randolph. That's it. Now there it is. There it is, Troy. Dickinson. We must have already typed in Dickinson because he's definitely on there. That's right. McKeon. We got him this time. Moore with 2 O's is right. Oh, you were being silly. Okay. Strong. Great guess. McHenry. Yes, actually counts. Look at that. It must have been his father. Not Milhouse. All right, you've given up. You've given up, John Adams. Though you were younger, you're on The Simpsons. Thought you'd be more of a South Park fan. You know, Simpsons is like, I mean, I even feel like Simpsons is the previous generation, though my mom wouldn't let me watch it well into my teenage years. Peters with an S? Nope. Caldwell. That's a good guess. Oh, no. Okay. I'm surprised. Mifflin? I think we did Mifflin. Dunder Mifflin. Oh, 12 seconds. Can we get one more? Can we get one more? No, because I'm ahead of you by several seconds. So, we can't. Thompson. Got it. Troy. Nailed it. At the very last second. Again, I'm ahead of you by like 12 seconds. But Troy coming in right at the right time. Oh, fair enough. Well, when you get a little bigger, John. South Park it is. I guess I shouldn't say that. Although this channel specifically says it's not made for children, though we do try and keep it family friendly because it's the American Revolution. Okay. That was a very good round. Congratulations to Misfit for being our lucky winner. Again, the founder of the day was William Cushing, who really has been the founder of the week. And next week we'll do exactly the same thing. Now, how far on? We're only 40 minutes in. So, we can do one of two things. We can play another... Well, we could do one of three things. We'll have a vote. We can try this one again. We can do another quiz on the channel about the American Revolution. Or we can go through some of the cards I have here. I will leave it up to a vote what you'd like to do. While we wait... I don't know if Thompson buried his copy of the debates. That's interesting. I will have to look that up because I've never heard of that. I know that the only person who acted as secretary who wasn't Thompson was William Jackson, who was the secretary of the Constitutional Convention, because Thompson was in New York being secretary of Congress, and he did a very not so good job. And there's that. Oh, people want the cards. Okay, I'll put myself back up then. If you guys would prefer to do cards instead of this, and we just look at this as a nice treat this week, that's fine with me. I thought you guys would be really into it because we could all play on the same team. Or we could do cards regularly and kind of finish up by doing our big teamwork guess, that's fine. So, where are my cards? There they are. Okie dokie. Why don't we do... Well, we did those. Why don't we do one of these cards, and then we'll do two of the History Happened Here cards. And that should take us to about an hour, and we want to try and keep it to an hour. Okay, well, Misfit, you already won. So, you're already today's lucky winner. So that's fine. You like both? All right, we'll mix and match, Zach. I'm totally for it. I just want to have a good time. So, if we're doing cards, do you want to do Traders, Treaty of Paris, or Valley Forge? Pick one topic that I will read questions about. Traders, Treaty of Paris, or Valley Forge. I'm going to wait until two of you give me a similar answer. I'll take another sip. You like both? All right. Hey, I'm happy to mix and match. I'm here to please. At least on Fridays, where it's fun and games. All the rest of the week, it's history time, and I'm here to inform you. All right, we got Valley Forge, and we got Traders. So we'll do Valley Forge and Traders. How's that sound? That sounds great. Thanks. All right. Oh, traitors, Matt. Not traders. I think that would be called merchants if we were talking about the time. All right, we're getting a lot of traders, and we got some Valley Forge. So we'll do both. Why don't we start with Valley Forge, and we'll end with traders, because that's what most people seem to be interested in. La-da-da-da-da. La-da-da. I'm going to cover the bottom. Now, okay, this one... So, the Valley Forge has 4 questions, because, again, it's supposed to be a game. And question 2 is you steal from someone else, so we're not going to do that. And then there's also 2 student questions and 2 scholar questions, so they're going to get progressively harder. I don't like conflict. Yeah, fair enough, Misfit. All right. True or false? Nearly 2,000 people at Valley Forge died of disease. True or false? It's a true or false question. You choose one, or you choose the other, but you cannot choose both. True or false? Nearly 2,000 people at the Valley Forge encampment died of disease. And I'm waiting. I see John Adams came in with an answer. Yeah, I know what it is. Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to guess too before I read the answer. Everyone's coming with true. True. I think everyone seems to be right. Yes, it is true. It's interesting they say nearly, because that's like one of those oh no, it was just over. It was 2004. You were wrong. It wasn't nearly. I'm like, no, you're all right. It's true. So let's move on to the next question. True or false? Over 1/2 of the Continental Army deserted during their winter at Valley Forge. Over 1/2 of the Continental Army deserted during the winter at Valley Forge. Again, it's like, no, it was barely less than half. It was 49.57%. You know what I mean? But let me know what you think. True or false? Over 1/2 of the Continental Army deserted. I looked again at the answer. Okay, we got some conflicting answers coming. I see John Adams and Zach saying it's true. Matt and Misfit saying it's false. Ashley and Troy and Tarot being very quiet right now. Okay, Ashley, committing to false. Okay. All right, and what it says here is false. Some deserted, but most stayed. Of course, there was always deserters, but what's really one of the really inspiring things about Valley Forge is, despite how terrible it was, many people did stay. Well, many people, most soldiers did stay. I will say they did see the improvements being made by Mr. Baron von Steuben, or Steuben, or Staben. I don't. Can't pronounce any of the names. I can just spell most of them. That's okay. At this point, we're just playing for fun. At this point, I had figured out the winner would be the person who said the right name because we were trying the guessing this week. So we'll just go on with the next thing. We're gonna go up to the scholar questions now. What German officer helped turn the Continental Army into a disciplined fighting force during the cold winter at Valley Forge? Okay. What German officer helped turn the Continental Army into a disciplined fighting force during the cold winter at Valley Forge? I'm stuck with my count. What was the math? Fair enough, Ashley. You can't lose if you give the same answer, Ashley. You can only tie in last place. Okay. Everyone seems to be dropping the name that I just dropped without really thinking about it. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll tell you what. Let me do an addendum to this. It calls him a German officer. Where in German was he from? What part of Germany was he from? Because at the time, Germany was not Germany. Germany was a state, a series of independent states. And there it is, Troy. Yes, he was not German. He was Prussian. Of course, that is now part of Germany and was then the German region of Europe. But this is a strange time in history, kind of between the Holy Roman Empire, technically, though that was falling apart, the last little bits of it, and it would soon become Germany. So, whammy. No, Matt, he actually wasn't a Hessian. He was Prussian. Most of the German soldiers fighting in North America at the time with Great Britain were Hessian, but Steuben or whatever is a weird example. By the way, it's Baron Frederick von Steuben, though I'm sure it's pronounced Frederick properly. All right, last question on the Valley Forge card. Why couldn't Continental soldiers seek refuge in Philadelphia during their time at Valley Forge? Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I asked that question so angry. Why couldn't Continental soldiers seek refuge in Philadelphia during their time at Valley Forge? Huh? Why not? Okay, I'm done. How do they even answer this? Yeah, okay. They do find a very short answer. You're not really a Baron, Matt. How dare you? Leave Baron von Steuben alone. Von Steuben did nothing wrong. Well, other than, okay, how do I say this without sounding terrible? According to the Prussians and the French, his sexual preferences were wrong, but once he got to America, we were under the impression he did nothing wrong. That's right, everyone's coming in with the same answer. The Brits, the Reds, those redcoats, they occupied and maintained Philadelphia, making it not a super friendly place for a Patriot Army. Okie dokie, let's move on to the next card. And you know what? So we have about 10 minutes left. Let's run through this last card because it does have 6 questions. And then I forgot, we should pop through the quiz we did before, just to get some of the names fresh in our head. So next week we can get more of them. More than 113. That's the record that we're going for. Okay, student. True or false? The famous traitor, Benedict Arnold, was once a hero to the Patriots. True or false? I actually talk about this kind of a lot, so you guys probably know. None of the chips are here. Must have scared her off by accident. Can't tell if that's... Oh, the chips! Chip Brown and Chip Davis. Oh yeah, popped in on Sunday. Maybe they're just watching. Maybe you can watch later. I mean, it is Friday night on the East Coast, so people got, people get busy. And it's true. Yeah, obviously, maybe not obviously. Obviously on this channel, if you've watched me talk for 10 minutes, Benedict Arnold was an American hero. And that's what made his treason so important. True or false? Profiteers took advantage of the Continental Army by charging very high prices for food and clothing. That's actually a really good question for the student side. Profiteers, not privateers. True or false? Profiteers took advantage of the Continental Army by charging high prices, very high prices, for food and clothing. What do they say here? It's only Thursday here in Cali? Is that how the cool kids spell California? Or did you mispronounce Maui? Winter break started today. Well, that's pretty sweet. True. Yeah, it is pretty easy. Yeah, people made a fortune selling things to the Continental Army, because that's how war is. All right, thank you, Mr. Adams. We're only playing for a few minutes anyway. Thank you for popping in and playing along. John, you are fantastic. Thank you so much for your support. I didn't want that American funny money. No, they wanted gold. More accurately, gold and silver specie. Or they would probably accept a Spanish dollar, which was kind of, believe it or not, still at that point, the currency, the world's currency. Essentially what the US dollar is today, at that point, Spanish dollar still was, though it wouldn't last much longer. Next question. What usually happened to spies when they were caught? What usually happened to spies when they were caught? I'm assuming most of us got into the American Revolution through some spy story or another. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of us knew it. I don't know why I said that upset. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of us knew it. There it is. Nailed it. Host and trivia. Yes, hung. Everyone's coming in with them. Spies are hung. That's what you get for espionage. You lowly embarrassment to the art of war. I guess is the opinion. I don't know why. Everyone had spies, but they looked down on them. Okay, true or false? And this is one of the scholar ones. Benedict Arnold was hanged for his treason. True or false? True or false? Saving for time. And while I'm waiting for answers, I do want to note that it says Benedict Arnold was hanged for treason. And while many of us said hung, only Misfit and Zach appropriately said hanged, except for Matt, who now I'm realizing said isn't hanged the correct way to say it. Yes, apparently hanged is the way to say it, but hung is actually what I think we should be saying. That makes a lot more... It sounds right. It's past tense. Hanged. Been hanged. Anyway, we're all still alive. And yeah, you're all right. He did not get hung. He escaped and invaded Virginia and chased Governor Thomas Jefferson from the government. All right, two more. Let's see. True or false? Members of the Sons of Liberty were considered to be traitors in Britain. Members of the Sons of Liberty were considered to be traitors in Britain. Well, they would have been... The Sons of Liberty were really a thing until the war started. I'm sure they were around after the war started, but you don't really hear about them because they kind of turn into sons of... they kind of turn into, the Committee of Correspondence, the Committee of Safety, and then they turn into soldiers. So, they weren't traitors till the war started. That's a weird one. Yeah, I see person is hanged, a picture is hung. Fair enough, Matt. All right, everyone's saying true. It says true. Yeah, I guess true, but they weren't like really. I guess being a traitor and committing treason are different things, right? When Patriots apprehended a spy named John Andre, they discovered that Benedict Arnold was planning to surrender what fort to the British? Okay, interesting. What fort was it that the Benedict Arnold was going to be a traitor and surrender? He was a traitor, but he was going to surrender this particular fort. Last question, what's the name of the forts? See one answer coming in. More answers to follow. Seems like you guys all usually kind of go on the same page once the answers start rolling in. So I will acknowledge, yes, it is West Point in New York on the Hudson River. Was what Benedict Arnold was going to trade. Now we do have a few minutes. Before we go in these last few minutes, I want to pop back over here real quick. Because we should run through the names we missed. I hope that's okay. Richard Bland is an important name. And interestingly, over here you see a few names. I know Jan is a big Edward Biddle fan. I don't know if she's watching live. I think she watches afterwards. Joseph Galloway would end up being a loyalist. There's a few people who went to the First Continental Congress who would be loyalists. Samuel Rhodes is kind of not involved. I did write about him once, I believe, but Thomas Nelson Jr., Bannister, Harvey, Blair, George Mason. We probably should have gotten that one. William Grayson, first person in Congress to die. Major anti-federalist. Arthur St. Clair, that's a pretty big one. We should remember that one for next week. Muhlenbergs, Maclay, Theodore Bland. Oh, there's two Blands. Should remember Bland. Page, okay. Oop, James Otis, Patriot leader, went to the Stamp Act Congress. What? That's not supposed to be in this. I think he went to the First Continental Congress, too. West Point. I'm not assuming we're cheating. Oh, you remember my Galloway article? Yeah, Galloway's are really important, despite the fact that he ended up being a loyalist. So, fun fact for me, guys. This name right here, Simon Borum and Henry Wisner. These are the two people I did this, and what I would do is I would play this quiz and look up some names I didn't know, and then come back and play again. And, and it was these two names that I looked up and was like, these are the guys that inspired me to start Founder of the Day. Again, I'm from New York, so I'm a little biased, but whatever. You said Mason. Did I not type it in? I thought I typed in all the names we got. Well, I apologize if I missed that. But next time we'll do it. We did get 100-something. Again, I'll try not to move too fast. We got most of New York, actually. That's pretty good. Dewar, that's an important... well, I guess it's not that important. Nathaniel Gorham, a really important person to the United States Constitution. Francis Dana, important overseas. Theodore Sedgwick helped fight the cases that outlawed outlawed slavery in Massachusetts. Jonathan Grout actually put a telegraph system in Massachusetts, but they would flash lights at each other from a distance instead of the telegraph we think. But the telegraphs we know of from later on in the 19th century are fairly based off his system, which he actually took from France. Christopher Gadsden made the Don't Tread on Me flag. Hart, I think we did Hart, but this is De Hart. Yeah, Hart should be. Oh, no, guess we didn't do Hart. Okay, well, now we know for next time. Thought we did Stockton. We must have done that for the signing. Unless I spelled it wrong a bunch of times. That's possible. I could spell things wrong several occasions. Nathaniel Dutter signed the Articles of Scudder, signed the Articles of Confederation, died in battle. His brother, Lambert Caldwater, his brother shot Thomas Conway in the mouth after the Conway Cabal. William Jackson. Jackson. he was the Secretary of the Constitutional Convention. That's a name we got to remember. Sedgwick, Hamilton's final letter. Oh, yes, he did. I do believe. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Hamilton's final letter was to Theodore Sedgwick. Theodore Sedgwick is a surprisingly important person. I don't even know if I've written about him yet. Sinixon, I just really like that name. Oh, so we did Sumner, but not Sumter. I remember someone saying something like this. Sorry if I messed it up. I see the names we missed. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I wanted to go through this, Troy. We go through these names, be like, that's right. Like, we did William Williams when we did the Declaration, but we didn't do it the second time. Tillman, another popular name, like Tench Tillman is famous. Silas Dean's an important one. Oliver Ellsworth was the third Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Trumbull, I'm surprised there's not more Trumballs. Jeremiah Wadsworth, he's one of those people that got super wealthy off the American Revolution. Super unbearably wealthy from the American Revolution. Caesar Rodney, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done the Declaration of Independence first. Yeah, I'm not happy about Silas Dean, I'll be honest, Matt. I mean, it's fine. Maybe next time we don't do the Declaration first because we wasted some of them. You know what I mean? Like, we burned him and then didn't think of him a second time. William Richardson Davey. John Sullivan. I'm surprised we didn't get when we got John Langdon. For me, these names just go together. Both just really important to early in the war in in New Hampshire. Yeah, like Walton, I think we got for the Declaration. William Houston. Again, Jackson is just a name we should be using. You know what I mean? Abel Foster. When I said football, Arian Foster is one of the people I think of. Collins, much, and then another Foster. Again, this time from Rhode Island. Yeah, like, we got a lot of names. Again, Williamson, Williams, like, that's the other thing too. A lot of names you have to remember, like Williams, and then you have to type again Williamson or Hopkins, and then Hopkinson. Like, and I'm sure there's a ton. Huntington, although I don't know if there's a Hunting. You went to school with a John Sullivan or the John Sullivan, and you've aged very well over the last several hundred years. Elias Boudinot, he took in a young Native American who would actually change his name. He took him in, the Native American was already a teenager. I forget his real name. But he changed his name and named himself after Elias Boudinot, and then would be very important in the early to mid 1800s, helping Native American tribes. John Lawrence. So when you think Lawrence, when we say Lawrence, remember Lawrence. And I'm over an hour, and people are starting to leave. And Rensselaer, I could do this literally for the rest of my life. So it's kind of my plan. So I guess we'll wrap it up. Again, we did hit 113 out of 243. So what's half of that? 122, let's say. So next week, we will do this again. We'll do the regular trivia. We'll do this again. And we will try and hit 122. If we can get 9 more, then we've gotten half of them. That's a lot. I honestly didn't really know if we'd hit 100. So I'm really impressed with you guys. Because I didn't really help. I helped, like, with Reed. The second one. Matt was actually alive during this time. That's why he knows so much. Oh, yeah, no. These are all his old friends that he outlived for 250 years. Clearly. You know, people are like, what if the founders were alive today? What would they say? They would watch this live stream on YouTube and watch someone else talk about their friends. Is clearly what they would be doing. Good. I'm glad you guys had fun. I think it'll be fun to do this once a week and just keep more and more and more every week until we get 243. I really think if we do it for like a month or two, maybe 3 or 4 or 5, we could eventually get 100. So maybe next week, I'll think on it a little bit, but we'll do this. We'll try and get this up to, I can't talk. Can't talk. I hit an hour. That's why we're calling it an hour. Because once I hit an hour, I'm all like bumbly and thinking, can't think straight, get words out. Maybe what we'll do is I'll think of it. But we'll get this in there. Maybe we'll do one other of the trivia ones, and then we will do the cards. Because all you seem to like the cards. I'm a little surprised, but that's okay. I'm very excited. So thank you again. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to Liberty & Co. when it pops back up for sponsoring this. Misfit, you won a signature. Let me know, you know what? Let me know who you want, and I'll just give it to you. I've got so many. We got Paul Revere, we got George Washington, we got John Adams, we've got Ben Franklin, we've got, I think there's a Jefferson in here. So email me or write to me. I think you're the one who emailed me. If not, contact me on whatever system, whatever social media. Either way. What are the new pictures? Oh, that actually has been hanging up downstairs for a long time. My mom made that like a decade ago when I first moved to Central New York. And I put a calendar on the wall down there for my kid, and I needed to move this. And I was like, oh, you know what? You know where this can go? It will cover the window and look like I'm in, I don't know. So it is, I don't have the heart to tell my mom, but it's We the People, and it's a bunch of things about the Constitution and signers of the Constitution, and then a bunch of pictures of Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, neither of who signed the Constitution. And then there's also the picture of them giving the Declaration of Independence to John Hancock and presenting it to the Second Continental Congress. Two of those. One zoomed in a little further than the other one, but it's nice. My mom made it, and it fits. So thank you for asking. Misfit, take all of them. I want a Matt signed T-shirt. What? I don't want to be selfish about it, but I've been, writing this website for 3 years and doing this YouTube channel for a year and a half, and the first autograph request I get is for someone else. Fair enough, Matt. Sign the T-shirts to send them back to me. I'll send them out as prizes. We're all the real MVP. Revere Washington. I screamed when I saw Lafayette's signature. Oh, you did? Okay, good. I'm glad you got it. And Ashley, you won last week, right? So I'll send those both out. I'm getting lost in my Christmas house. There's a lot of outgoing mail right now in this household, as I'm sure you expect. Misfit, I will get you the Revere and the Washington. Don't you worry. Thank you guys for playing. We are now at 1 hour and 8 minutes. I have gone over my hour. I hate cutting you off when you guys are here, but there's still 6 of you hanging out. So make sure you hit like on your way out, and that is the greatest thing you could do in my whole life. Check out Liberty & Co. if you want to. I highly recommend it. Again, literally, I'm wearing one of their shirts right now. It's super comfortable. Love it. So thank you. And did we come up with a one for... Yeah, we have... This one's Peacefield. I can never remember the sign-off. So I'm going to give you guys a nice, terrific Peacefield. And I am going to have a great weekend. I will be, should remind you, Sunday at noon 15 on the East Coast. Saturday morning, afternoon, we're going to have a live chat. Study hall. I'm calling it study hall. Bring me a founder. I'll have some scheduled ahead of time, but if you have a question about absolutely anyone, bring them. I will talk about them. If you're doing a project, if you just want to learn something more, you want to learn how I do research, whatever questions you have, bring them on Sunday afternoons, okay? Thank you, guys.